Wait, predictions? Is that... I'm thinking about predictions here.
Don't make me
S2G?
predict. Stop.
You're thinking that they're going to be doing better? Okay, you know what? We'll lock you in. Make sure you use the hashtag EWC and hashtag EWC26 to give us your prediction. Or if you actually want to participate on it, make sure you go to the EWC Play app and put in your predictions, because Neptura has which team moving up the leaderboard?
Ooh, Nongshim.
Ooh.
They're definitely moving up.
I believe it too, because that team was able to perform yesterday, especially eliminations. But as you were saying, it is going to be a long day. Today we'll be playing 8 matches, the 2 remaining matches from yesterday, the Miramars, and then we'll go in and...
Terrible. I even practiced.
Before we throw it though, hold on. Before we throw it, Blank, I want you to give me your best Rasengan.
Oh. Get it started, bro. Rasengan!
Lovely, lovely stuff. Thank you very much, Blank. It is Kale Sensei here. Backer Max, man. How are you ready? Are you ready for... Are you ready?
So much going on, and especially, are we going to see anyone take down the Ninetales, the big evil boss of the mode? That's going to be the big question, because I went down to him many times, but I did beat him a few times, but he's not impossible to eliminate.
It's tough. I also spent many a game not defeating the Ninetales, but before we do get into the games, let's check in here with the Naruto collaboration.
You have challenged us before. You already know our strength.
This time will be different. Let's settle it the ninja way.
Let's take down tonight is together.
Fine, but the final hits belongs to us.
You will have to defeat us first.
That's the plan.
You know this year belongs to us. Step aside or get knocked out.
I am right here. If you want us out, time and try.
No special power, just a straight fight.
Go. Then you will have no excuse.
That's right, the demonic presence of the Ninetale looms across PMWC. Who will rise to the occasion to defeat it? But they've got to defeat each other first on the way to the victory here, Max.
Yeah, we got so many great players joining the fray, trying to become the Hokage here in PUBG Mobile Update 4.5. And this collaboration, as I said earlier, fantastic. So much has been added to the game. It's like 5 updates in one. And they've got to use every single aspect of this brand new content to hopefully subvert expectations and become the winners of their respective game modes.
We got a lot coming at you here throughout all of this. Our first match, of course, will start off with Alpha 7 going up against Horror. Bear in mind, there'll be 3 matches leading up to the final match. So 4 matches in total. Each match will have a different rule set here, Max, to get things rolling.
Exactly. It's going to be different every single time. So make sure to stick around to see who's going to be winning each mode until the very last one, which is going to be very intense. But the first one is going to be entirely localized in the Hidden Leaf Village,
wow.
Which that one is going to be the main hot drop in the mode. Where if you go, normally you have 40 players over there, but this time it's going to be a bit more cooler, a little bit more calm, only 4 players in that. (2v2) format, and of course, only ninjutsus are allowed.
To start things off, Mud Wall, a defensive choice if you want to be able to get some kind of positioning against your opponent. Give yourself a little bit of fortification.
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be a good one to use. It's a bit hard to use, though, in the city itself because you need actually a little bit of open land to use it. But the best one to get in this mode is going to be Substitution Jutsu, because actually, if you normally get eliminated by that final bullet, you get an instant respawn right next to that position. So that would be the best item to get if you just want to try and survive next to a shotgun. That is going to be absolutely broken in this 2v2 format.
And the most important part about this first match is you can only use ninjutsu as well as shurikens here to go for the engagement. No guns or anything like that. So they're going to be trying to find everything that he can find. I personally love the fireball. I think it's very powerful, good long range mechanics, as well as it acts like the Molotov, right? So you can actually like burn an area and really kind of zone out your opponents and maybe do some damage in the process.
You also have some combos. You can get a kunai comboed with a Rasengan and you teleport and actually do damage when you land. So actually it's very hard to pinpoint your exact Thiyo on the front line, going to load the Rasengan, and that's a direct hit once again.
Possible, still a bit more dodging and weaving, dodging and diving. Bear in mind, you can run fast also whilst using those shurikens, so it's the perfect little opportunity to be dodging around. They are almost leaving the hidden village there, so got to get back in as more shurikens will come forward.
Oh, he got him there with the chidori. Nicely done. He's laughing, he's having a good time, but that's an absolutely dominated play from Alpha 7. Really good plays, and every single ability I feel like was used in that 2v2.
Yeah, very nicely done to start things off. Obviously, we did see the wall picked up, but not much use of it. As you said, I think it's, for these guys, for these pro players, too fast-paced, so going to be difficult for them to be able to really make use of what is kind of a slow mechanic compared to the others.
It is, but if you set it up, actually, you need way more than a clip to get rid of that mud room. So it would be great in open areas, but for this first mode, definitely maybe not the best one to use it. But I love the usage of the Rasengan and Chidori just to close that gap, get in CQC and get that damage. But as you see, congratulations to Rebo and Thiyo for securing the first win.
Yeah, very well done. Let's let him check in with an interview.
Very good skills. It's so fast. His skill is better because I don't play so much classical matches, so I think it's better than. But we still do it. It happens, it's okay. If Sleepy hasn't been knocked down so early, maybe we could do better than that. To be honest, I'm not the best guy playing classical matches, so I don't know. I would let that one with Kaino. So I hope he takes everyone.
All right, match 2 on the way here. We're going to have S2G going up against Nigma Galaxy, and the rules have changed. Okay, and HamCG going to go up against Satan as well as Lord. Now, this one's a little bit different, Max. We're going to have 5 minutes, as they mess around with their table. We're going to have 5 minutes of a looting phase. After that, they need to head to the Ninetales. And then, of course, from there, if the only time they can actually engage one another is when the Ninetales is at 1/3 health.
It's not going to be easy. Usually I have way more than even just one team. Usually you have 2 teams of 4 players working together to beat it. So I have done it solo a few times, but I had to cheese it a little bit because Ninetales is definitely very strong. But here we got pro players on the board. We'll see if they can actually take them down. But as you said, the 5-minute looting stage hopefully can get all the, but when they have to fight each other and the Ninetales is going to be involved, all hell is going to break loose.
Yeah, I'm particularly when I'm fighting the Ninetales, if you're really wanting to go heavy APM focus, I'm a big fan of that multi-shadow clone jutsu because you can teleport to the quite swiftly here, as now the looting phase here for the 2 teams will begin, Max.
Also with the cloning jutsu, they replicate your getting in a knocked state, and when you do so, you can't attack you, and he can do just so much more damage to this boss.
He's being... Well, never mind. Actually, he did actually now jump in. There's the AoE in the front of damage that they're going to have to try and dodge out. hamCG does take a lot of damage there, though. Swipes as well. He's almost down. Going to have to get out of dodge.
Also, to keep in mind, if you do get eliminated while fighting Ninetales, you get an extra free life. You get an extra respawn. He does make it out barely.
Nice.
That ability does a lot of damage. You've got to be careful. You can see, spread out throughout the boss, you've got these little spheres, right? And if you get there, it gives you extra ammo. So even if you're out of ammo in the fight, don't worry. You can still easily reload and get that damage done.
An interesting tactic SUG has gone with here, considering Nigma Galaxy is still looting. So they have just completely said, you know what? We're ready to go. We've fought the Ninetales multiple times. We're going to take this fight. Maybe Nigma Galaxy doesn't even get there before they deal with it.
I think they were surprised Ida was not in Pachinki. And they were like, wait a minute. Oh, it's just Ninetales.
There's no hot drop. What's going on?
What's happening? Oh, hot drop is going to be right here on the Ninetales boss, actually. But Solke going for the engage once more. He did get some extra ammo there. You can see for the ammo count, he's going to be looking pretty healthy. And actually, the stagger bar is already down to 50%. So they can actually get some significant damage here. Attacking the back paws, which usually would be the front paws, but it's fine. No, that's a mistake that a lot of people do when fighting it.
Oh, I see the car coming in. Here comes Nigma Galaxy now going to be joining the fight. Remember, the teams can't engage each other until it's down to 1/3 health.
Oh, there you go.
Moving away.
Yeah, that's it. That's when he gets actually taken too much damage. He's going to go to his main zone on the map.
Fair.
And that's when he's going to be empowered, doing a little bit more damage and actually starting to run around you if you do get some good damage onto his headshots. There you go, closing the gap once again. Here he's going to be focusing mainly onto the side of Nigma Galaxy. The car is going to be on fire, going to run out. And they do make it in time, but that is a mistake that could cause your life very quickly against Ninetales.
It's a strong strategy to use the car. Technically, you can avoid some of those big AoE damage maneuvers, but if you do actually get hit, then you're down and out. So here for Nick, looking towards Lord a little bit, seeing what they can get done. Still not down to that 1/3 health. Bear in mind, the last killing blow here on Ninetales will be the one that is the winner in the end.
Exactly, it only gives you the award if you are the final player to get that final bullet to connect onto Ninetales. Though the focus is going to go onto Lord for a second. He's got to go and make sure he does not take any damage. The best technique that I would give to everyone at home if you want to take down Ninetales with your squad, whoever has the focus of Ninetales, usually you're going to have a little red eye above your head. Make sure to keep running. Make sure to keep running and you'll be fine. But here you go, the main ability is going to be coming on through and he's going to snipe down all of Nigma Galaxy, but does not connect.
Yeah, they were able to get out of dodge quite nicely there. Just to run out and make sure you don't get hit by that. If you do, okay, staggered can do a lot of damage. Maybe go for some of those headshots, Max.
Exactly, you want to try and get as much damage as possible. Actually, S2G don't have a great angle to connect with a headshot. A lot of it's going to be connecting on the arm, but that's okay. It's still going to be putting them very low. But the 1/3 HP, as you said already, Kel, is going to get very close, and we're almost there, just a few seconds away, possibly.
That means technically it's an opportunity for the other teams, and now the teams to actually engage with one another. But at the same time, do you want to do that? I mean, having extra firepower. Okay, here comes the attack again. Oh, he's gone, surely.
I think so. But again, he can get an extra life there, but that ability comes raining on down. And that's going to be the hamCG bleeding out even faster. That did some significant damage.
I wonder if he's got reanimation Jitsu if he can get on over there. But they were kind of close to each other for a little while, so I'm assuming that maybe they don't have it available.
I don't think so. And the thing is also when you are doing reanimation Jutsu is actually very tough. But here you go. That's going to be 1/3 HP has been reached. And now he's going to go for the quick run animation in his Dome of Doom. And everyone now can start fighting each other. Who's going to survive?
Got to watch out for those demon balls falling from the sky there, making sure you stay out of those as quickly as possible. They will do a lot of damage if you get connected. You can see Lord now healing up outside the dome and trying to reset a little bit here with Satan. Get back in there. They know they've got a little window of time here. SUG's not going to likely bring down that 1/3 health straight away.
You do have a little bit of also fog of war when you go in this dome. You don't really see enemies at long range that easily. So if you go inside, it can be a bit tough to spot your enemies. But here's still going to be SUG over there just trying to slow it down because hamCG we did see get eliminated. But I believe he will be coming back. Actually, it still says remaining 4 on the top left side of your screen, meaning he will get an extra respawn. He should come back soon enough. Here you go, Lord spots him out, trying to Naruto run here and dodge all of those incoming bullets. He swaps over to the AKM, but can't connect it. One more would be great, but he's dodging everything.
Oh, here comes the Ninetales as well, though. Big swipe on Solke, knocks him out. He's out to go for the reset and keep away from all of this. So much pressure put on Nigma Galaxy, from Nigma Galaxy, as well as Ninetales, pushing away Solke. That was a great escape.
That was a great one, but unfortunately did see that for a split second. No more ammo on his M4 or the M249. He's already struggling. Hopefully can get access to one of these spheres to get some extra ammo for himself. But Lord, Satan still looking pretty healthy in that encounter. But look at the minimap. hamCG is coming back with a parachute.
Just no ammo on some of Nigma Galaxy was really going to cause the problems, as you say. So I don't know about this. Maybe, you know, a few shurikens or just try and go for a little bit more loot as well. And I think that's exactly what Lord's doing right now. Running out of some of that 5.56 is a very, very big problem. Now back on in here. Soulcade trying to go for a little bit of a dodge once again. Swipes against him. Double swipe, in fact. Soulcade going down quite low. Probably wants to get out of the way again.
Oh, that CQC ability really just takes you down so quickly if you're not careful enough. Actually going to be taking some shots, but it's Lord. He connects one bullet, but he's going to be forced out. Actually, the buildings around the spawn of Ninetales can be destroyed by the boss himself. So that was actually a little bit scary for Soulcade. But you know what? He makes it to another building. He's got a bit of respite, a bit of time to relax and heal up with that med kit. He will be good to go. But man, this Ninetales really being a hard foe to take down.
I always think, especially when playing this mode, as if there isn't enough problems you have to deal with in PUBG Mobile when you've got people like Lords trying to spray you down. Never mind the Ninetales swiping at you and then running out of the dome to try and hurt you. Poor Soulcade, but he has done well to recover.
He's done definitely a lot of great work. But the thing is about the Naruto run in particular, it's so hard to hit. Like, look, in esports, you would hit these every single day of the week, but the speed and also the elevation you get from jumping is just insanely powerful. So that range, hitting Soulcade is just almost impossible to pull off.
Oh, trying to dodge a little bit. Also, these orbs will spawn a little wall, which is technically a nice line of sight blocker as well, right? So you could use those to your advantage, but you don't want to get hit by the balls initially.
Actually, pro technique if you want, if he does create a little bit of cover, as you said, right, the rock formation, just hide behind it, and the other spheres from Ninetales also connect with it, so you literally are super safe the entire time. It's just a nice way to cheese it. I've used it a few times for myself. But he's got the angle. Satan with the Org will connect it. By the way, with a Ninetales Org skin looking extra cool in the process.
Extra fiery here as now the Ninetales is next to these buildings, trying to find Soulcade wherever they can find. Santan actually does spot him through that window and is going to try and close the gap just a little bit more. See if he can eliminate some more of the S2G players. But with only Soulcade here to try and hold down the fort, it's looking difficult for S2G.
Yeah, because HamCG, that was his second life. So really, if you are Soulcade, if you got a reanimation jutsu, you can bring him back. If you go to a recall tower, you can get it back by, unfortunately, no, don't really normally have these around this area too much. So I think that, Soulcade is going to be just having to remain as a solo and take this fight. Again, it's down to the final bullet, as you stated earlier, Kalaris. So if he's able to just outlive these two players of Nigma Galaxy and actually just slowly whittle at the health of Ninetales, he could be the one to secure the win for S2G.
I think it's been interesting to watch the tactics that the teams have been employing, of course, as S2G arrived very early, tried to get as much damage in as possible. Nigma Galaxy bided their time, and now they know once that 1/3 has gone down, they can just try and eliminate S2G and take it at their own pace, though. But Lord here with substitution jutsu actually does get himself a little bit of a reprieve, but Soulcade finishes him off anyway.
Oh, he's got the angle, he gets it done, and that's S2G fully eliminated, and that's the win headed the way of Nigma Galaxy. Lord and Satan looking so clean and able to use every single aspect of the game here to get the win at the end.
Gosh, what a close back and forth match there from them. So well done, Satan with the finish off. Beautiful stuff. And that means Nigma Galaxy and Alpha 7 have qualified to the final match.
Yeah, you could hear, by the way, that Org skin, it sounds amazing.
Yes, it does. All right, let's hear it from an interview then, as we have Nigma Galaxy winning out in the second match.
Easy. Easy? Easy. They didn't get to the roof, bro. I swear.
Bro, it's so hard.
You hit so many bullets?
Yeah, you need M249, full bullets, and you just shoot. And you need car to run away.
My whole bullets, bro.
Oh, I was running. I just wanna run. He's like too big, and you can't like kill him like easy, you know? Alpha 7 or 40. Both we will like, anyway we're gonna win. No.
I trust you, bro. I trust you.
No, I'm humble. Of course, we're gonna have fun, but we're not gonna show any mercy.
Ah, yes, the contrasting answers there of I'm humble, but easy.
Easy times in the show match. But no, it's cool. I really like it. And as they clearly stated also, M249 is the way when you want to take
surprise.
We knew that going into it, right? We were going to see a bunch of M249. But I also understand why you want to use the Org, because you've got the cool skin, right?
It is a very nice skin.
I'm very close to getting it.
Yes.
It's an upgradable skin, and actually, the crate, when you eliminate someone with the Org skin, it becomes a mini Ninetales that becomes the crate, and you just loot from that. It's absolutely fantastic, and I definitely want it because it's going away soon enough. So,
yeah, Maxman 30 if you want to get yourself some free UC from Wolf skins as well. Let's take a look at match number 3. We have got 4 players land in a designated combat area. This time around, no special rule restrictions apply, so it is going to be a free-for-all here. 4 Thrives going up against Yangon Galacticos.
Look, Four Thrives, Huzaifa, and Falak got a huge advantage because for those who remember, especially John Allen, he was covering it just a few weeks ago.
Yes, he was.
They did a Falak show match all about the Naruto mode. He knows every single intricate aspect of this mode. So I would say, if I had to do a prediction, which no, for this, I don't know if there's any cursor whatsoever. Four Thrives.
Wait, that's not allowed. Stop.
No. Is it written in my contract?
Guys, I'm trying to protect you out there. All right, but anyway, let's get into match number 3, of course, as we do have them all going to be dropping down once again. I don't know, I think I'm probably also leaning the same way. After that show match that I watched with Mr. John Allen, I think there is definitely some very well-versed players on Four Thrives.
But Yangon Galacticos got their own skin in game too, man. So
that is kind of cool.
They kind of look really good. I have that one too. That is actually really sick. So knowing what, Yangon Galacticos may be able to eke this one out on both Huzaifa and Falak. But yeah, here you go. It's going to be going for the drop here, trying to get all of the loot for themselves in the early stage and see how it works out. But Pachinki, no Enigma Galaxy, no Ida, it's safe.
But there will be a hot drop nonetheless. Let's see what they're actually going to be able to attain, of course, across the way. Now, at the top of Pachinki, you actually do have this new area, right, that has been crafted in the similar vein of the Naruto collaboration here as well. And there are chests there that you can actually grab yourself some of that ninjutsu as once again to be able to have that available to you. But again, no restrictions here. 3 minutes, no restrictions. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, very interesting ninjutsu technique to use here is going to be the M4. Quite a deadly weapon if you want to use it for yourself. But we'll see Four Thrives actually is going to be Falak in the main city portion here, updated off Pachinki, while Yangon Galacticos looking to get some weapons on the more northern edge of the city. But you see, these chests is really one to aim for because every single time you go for that chest, you will get a ninjutsu ability every single time.
I already kind of like Yangon Galacticos' approach here to dropping in that location just a little bit closer. That said, though, Falak and, of course, Huzaifa have been able to find themselves on the south side of that, so they're going to be able to gather up a little bit more. PP Bison in action here for Mr. Falak.
Very happy about that one. Falak going to be having that one for himself, followed up with also a... Now he swapped over for the Org, of course, the weapon that does have the skin from this current collaboration, which looks absolutely amazing. But now, yeah, as you said, the area where Yangon Galacticos are currently playing around is very loot dense. A lot of the chests are going to be localized around here and also get an extra bit of elevation because of how the lay of the land is really built in that area in Pachinki. So they have extra bit of information, extra loot. Currently, if I didn't know who was playing, I would say Yangon are currently looking good, but Huzaifa going for the wide wraparound outside of Church, trying to get the drop-off angle onto Yangon.
Yeah, a little bit of a crawl around here, trying to get the dupe on them. As now, I don't know if this is going to work out too much here for Yangon Galacticos, moving down this side. Seeing if they can try and find... The problem is for them is that I think that they completely lost Falak way early on in this game, and he's been lurking around, being very, very sneaky in the middle of that. So they've been trying to find him, but it's not been successful thus far.
Where are we going, Yangon? They are just going back to regular PUBG Mobile, right?
Yeah, it's just...
Okay, I think they saw that Huzaifa was going for a wide wrap behind them,
Yeah,
so maybe they want to just get better entry points. They're just trying to reorganize how their approach to that fight is going to actually go down. Or maybe they're just unhappy with the loot, which right now you open the chest, it's a bit random. Maybe they just didn't get the abilities they wanted, so they're really chasing down the extra jutsu, especially, as I said, not the reanimation jutsu, the substitution jutsu would be great to find. He gets an angle with the eye in sight, but not going to be taking the shot, just biding his time for that true opportunity to get a knock.
I've seen a lot of Pachinki hot drops in my time, Max, man. This ain't one of them yet. This is
very respectful.
A respectful Pachinki hot drop. Mana has been spotted, though. I appreciate the trigger discipline that we're seeing so far, because this can potentially allow Falak to reposition and go for that pincer maneuver that they could get on Yangon Galacticos.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that Four Thrives are trying to be very methodical, very thoughtful of how they want to engage that fight, because if it was a 4v4, it'd be a bit of a different kind of approach, but here, you get one knock, you instantly turn into a 1v2, which your odds of winning are going to be insane, but Murna drops down, he's going to be instantly taken out by Huzaifa. Can't get the flush just yet, so it's not mission impossible, but I feel like here, they're just going to fully send it Naruto run style and get that flush confirmed.
Smile's trying to reinforce this, but it was the perfect moment, right? When you're vaulting out of that window, it gives you that opportunity to just laser them down there and get that elimination under wraps. So yeah, even trying to maybe bait in Smile a little bit further, but they will get that done. And now it's up to Smile to do something. I think he's going to be spotted pretty soon here. It's going to be difficult. And there you go. Falak takes him away. Yangon Galacticos down. Four Thrives will move on forward.
Yeah, the pincer maneuver, man. It really worked out. They did it the same in the Ninja War, in the anime, and you know what? They're doing it here in the game, using the techniques from the show itself. And Huzaifa looking very impressive. Actually, the one really getting two impressive angles, but at the end, Falak gets that final blow. Nail in the coffin. Yangon, all done.
Look how happy he is.
I've never seen him be so happy. Whoa.
Amazing. All right, let's check in with an interview here from
or main tournament.
I felt like a man after my own heart. Fireball Jutsu, I'm taking that every day of the week. All right, we've got our final match here, Max Man. It's going to be a three-way.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Enigma Galaxy, Alpha 7, Yangon Galacticos, all fighting each other at the same time. So now, it was already... It's already quite intense. I don't
You think Bollock's like jacked to the nines? You think so?
I don't know. He scares me in game, so in real life, you know,
that's fair. That's
fair. There too.
All right, here's the rules as we do start things off. A 3-minute losing period, and then moving into the Valley of the End. Players may only attack each other using ninjutsu, as well as those shurikens obtained in game. And the last surviving team, look at it, Max, they get to do the commemorative moment.
Oh, that's going to be great. Sick animation. At the end of this game, with some very popular characters from animated. Might be seen later on in this final match. But Valley of the End is very interesting of an area because one throughout Valley of the End, but they're very to begin.
All right, so what are they going to be able to find? Start things off, of course. Nobody really starting with anything other than some shurikens. A little bit of damage. And getting themselves the final blow.
Cario Revo smiling there at the end as they become your champion of this mode. Well done indeed.
Well, let's listen to the interview here. Alpha 7 being the champions of Naruto. Whoa.
It's a good feeling. It was a funny show match, so I liked it so much. Our video is the same, so it was funny. Maybe the fireball, it's cool. I like it. Thank you for everyone who supported us and keep supporting us, and let's go for 7.
The battle continues. They do back.
Of course, congratulations to Alpha 7 there for being able to win that. Did you have a good time, man?
We book Esports World Cup. 雷鳴とともに散れ。
しっかり見ててください。
俺は畑かかしって名前だ。
Hello and welcome to the PUBG and Naruto booth here at the PMWC at the EWC 26. We're checking out what's on offer for you guys for free if you head on down to the event. One of the things you can do is sign your name on the board. And who's this signing their name? Jackie.
Hey guys, yeah, it's a good time down here. I thought I'd slip in early, get my name on the board and see if I could walk away with something nice to take home.
Oh, absolutely. There are things on offer. We'll cover that in a minute. Looks like Maxman's been joining you as well. I haven't seen him around, but he must have been here earlier. Got up nice and early.
Oh, mate,
those,
it's got to
chicken.
be done, John. It'd be silly to be here at EWC and not get involved with what's going on at the PUBG Mobile Naruto booth. Much like these beautiful people that are over here playing the game. That's the step, John. Sign your name and play the game.
That's the first two on the list. Kalaris and Neptura are both trying to collect those brain rots, get the passive income rolling up, you know, tung 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 sahur and all of that.
How rotted is your brain today, Nep?
Extremely rotted right now. I'm all in. I'm all in.
Well, that sounds good to me, John.
Absolutely. Beautiful stuff. Fantastic. We are going to take a look at what else is on offer, though, here at the booth. There is plenty to do. Taking a photo, maybe, with some of our representatives. We've got the chicken mascot, of course, the PUBG Mobile player unknown.
Get over there and see if we can wrangle them.
Yeah, absolutely. See if we can get either side of them, because taking a picture.
Let's see if we can, John. Hello. It's good to see you again. I imagine, John, here's what you do. You kind of come in, phone out, quick snap, call that a selfie, and then you want to tweet that one. But what's the hashtag, John?
Hashtag PUBG Mobile France. Make sure you hit that one online because you can win yourself a lovely t-shirt for our collaboration with Naruto. Make sure you're checking that out because it is fresh.
It is indeed. You can be fresh printing all over your battlegrounds. You won't want to miss it if you're here at the venue in Paris, France. Get down to the booth.
Third place. Close enough to see the trophy, but never close enough to lift it. For Aurora Gaming, the road to the Esports World Cup is about more than qualification. It is about finishing the story this roster started last year. At 2025 PMWC, they established themselves as one of the most mechanically gifted teams in PUBG Mobile. Their aggression was fearless, and one knock could quickly become a complete squad wipe. Doc, Top, Zeol, and Refus could all take over a fight, but at times, they looked more like a group of incredible individuals than one fully connected team. Doc was named MVP, but they still finished third.
За бидрийг одоо төрүүлэхэд зогсцоосон зүйл нь гэвэл миний хувьд бол яг тэр үеийн тэр rotation дээр юм тийм болоог баха. Тэгээд энэ жил одоо тэгээд чад
with a new organization, the same firepower, and another opportunity to finally win. The question has never been whether they have enough talent. Their MVP titles have already proved that. The real question is whether multiple stars can now play as one complete championship team. Their qualification run showed promising signs. Aurora still played aggressively, but their rotations looked more controlled. Their pushes had more support, and the team appeared more connected. That growing coordination was on full display in the final match.
Oh, the nade of Refus, the 1v4 from a range!
They wiped out the last team and won the EECA finals by the smash rule with 145 points and finished first in the regional qualification ranking.
That will be the tournament going their way. They've done it. Aurora are your champions.
За өнгөрсөн жилээс энэ жил нь ондоо зүйл гэвэл одоо манай багийн хувьд ер нь сэтгэл зүйн уур амьсгал багийн тоглолт ер нь нэлээд өөрчлөгдсөн. Одоо яагаад гэвэл өмнө жил одоо 2 том дэмжлэгийн 3 дугаар байранд орсон болохоор одоо жишээ нь авраг авахаас одоо нөө хой суугдсан алдаануудаа ер нь тэгээд бүгд тасч орж ирсэн. Тэгээс авраг авахын төлөө ер нь чадхаараа хичээнэ.
The MVP awards are already there. The international podiums are already there. Only one thing is missing, the championship. Aurora Gaming arrive at PMWC 2026 as the uncrowned kings of PUBG Mobile, ready to break the third place curse and finally become global champions.
That would be a dream for Aurora fans if they are going to be able to become champions, because they have the MVPs to back them up. And if they become champions, I think I'm going to be the curse for that team, because this is the one event that I'm actually not picking them to be champions. Once again, welcome back. Huge shout out to Kalaris and Maxman, son, for being able to do that amazing show.
Maxman, son.
Yeah. Joined by Lace, Blank, Natura, and the 7WG. But we're going to do the STC rewind. We're going to remind you what ended up happening yesterday, because we did end up playing 4 matches. And in those 4 matches, I mean, if we start off with the Rondo, Nickman Galaxy was able to get that first win.
In really good style as well. Really enjoy what we saw coming in from Nigma, both in that one game and throughout the day, quite honestly. Very, very excited to see what they've got coming in onto day 2, because it was a fantastic start. They're in, what, 4th place? 3rd place, I think, even. Looking very, very good indeed. And they just have to keep going on this sort of trajectory, and I think they're going to finish off really, really well.
Absolutely. I mean, Nick Galaxy right now, Lace looking very, very good. I think Coop's coming in. I've said it multiple times yesterday. I think people probably were quite bored of me saying it, but I really do like Coops being in the roster. He looks very, very good. I think the major difference right now, though, is Ralph is still playing this passive game, but he isn't dying as much as he used to. He is playing that off angle really, really well, Lace.
And you don't want to die in PUBG.
No, you don't. Bad.
Well, this is in Rondo. If it's in Rondo, you know what? You just go for it. You do get one rewind.
Go again.
I mean, look, I have to be so passionate about Tiamba, though, being able to keep that sort of skyrocketing performance throughout every single match. We got to see Milu doing the Milu style. No 1v4s just yet, but so goddamn close, and I feel like it's going to be just another great day for them. It was a great day coming out of like the survival stages, now to grand finals, and I do believe that they're going to keep that momentum going forward.
Hey, you were talking about Tiamba, you were talking about Milu. Now we get a chance to see one of those highlights from yesterday from that squad. Ulf did end up getting the last chicken dinner yesterday, and it was the first time that we see Ulf having all the 4 players alive. They end up with 10 eliminations in that match.
Absolutely. It's so nice to see finally a full squad from Ulf in those final moments. And you can tell that they know very much how to play this game, right? It's just when they lose those players, that's when they start to fumble. That's when they start to fall down. But you keep them a full squad, they can play this very well. Their timing is really good. Their angles are really good. The splits that they do, Blank, are very, very good indeed.
Yep.
So I'm very excited to see if they can keep those 4 players still alive at the end of a game, what they might be able to do.
We'll see if that's going to be the case, actually, because we do have Aurora, we do have Vitality as well. Those are 2 teams that are currently in contention for the club championship. So why not? Let's send it over to Senorita Glitter to see what she's got to say.
We are deep in the trenches of championship weekend here at EWC 2026. So as always, it's time for a club championship update, because we have multiple grand finals matches this weekend. It's time to dive into all of it. First of all, kicking things off at the Lenovo Legion Gauntlet, we have our grand finals set today for Rainbow Six Siege. That will, of course, be between Furia and FaZe, with a 3rd, 4th decider match also happening between DZ and GK. Now, this is big for GK because it does mean that they got their 2nd top 8 finish, which makes them CC eligible. Then over on the chess side of things, we also have a grand finals match happening. And this one is a big one, okay? Because we thought we were going to maybe see a bit of a repeat of what we got last year. However, after an insane day of matches, both of our Falcons players are now in the 3rd, 4th decider match. It does, of course, mean that Falcons are guaranteed 3rd place level points when it comes to the club championship side of things. But the big surprise is GM Dennis from AGAL being the 2nd person to secure the spot in grand finals against Magnus. This is massive, not only for GM Dennis, but of course for AGAL, as they are currently at the top of our CC leaderboard. They can get even more points. They will be setting themselves up well for the final week of our competition. Then over on the STC Arena, we have our top 8 set, and they will be playing through their quarterfinals matches today. There's a couple teams we're going to be paying attention to when it comes to the CC side of things, and those teams are, of course, Falcons and Vitality, 2 massive heavy hitters on the CC side of things. Falcons have a big opportunity to potentially usurp AGAL here, but Vitality are looking to continue to climb the ranks, and they definitely have a chance to do that. So we'll have to see how that competition continues to play out, because Vitality are also going to tie into us over here on our stage for PUBG Mobile. They have been a favorite the entire competition, and now they have an opportunity to continue putting themselves in a good spot heading into day 2 of our finals matches. Of course, like I said, there's going going to be a lot of action happening here today, so we'll make sure to keep you all updated with how it all ends up playing out.
Thank you so much, Senorita Glitter, for that update with the club championship. But now we're going to talk about what's going to be happening today, because today we will be finding out which team is going to be going into tomorrow's first place and willing to set that threshold for the Smash Rule. In first place, though, after 4 matches, we do have E-Arena with 48 points. And luckily for us, for all the viewers, it's still close. Tiamba performing well, but they haven't been able to get a chicken dinner just yet.
Not just yet. Still impressive stuff, though, coming on through from them to be able to maintain that second place even without a win. But it's still, we still need to see that win, right? A win has got to be where they want to. That's the goal for today, I feel like. You've got 8 games to do it. They need that win because the going to see some very different names in that top 5 at the end of today. So, yeah, I think E-Arena, Tiamba, and Enigma Galaxy, all 3 of them
will be able to set up that Smash Rules. Ends up with 150 points at the end of the day. Tomorrow it will be plus 10 of that, where they will be able to actually hit the threshold, the Smash Zone. And then after that, if they get a win, they win via Smash Zone.
They do. Yes.
Carry on.
No.
Go ahead.
Okay, well.
For you.
Well then. No, I think the Smash Roll has been so fun in the last few tournaments we've had it. I've always really enjoyed it, and I think it's going to be a lot of pressure on all these teams. I think we've had a lot of pressure so far. This lobby is incredible. It's very, very different to what we've been seeing so far in the tournament, and they've just they flipped the switch and they've just gone 110%. Very excited to see what that's going to be coming through for them. Honestly, the Smash Roll is going to be a big thing. You got these top 5 players here. Milu being that MVP here, 7. Big GG.
Yeah, big GG for him, being able to put up those 14 eliminations. 2,800 damage, but we're also looking at some of the other names in this list. Blank, we have Top as well, Mormon, QZZ.
I mean, Mormon has been acting as more men for that team. He is bringing the firepower in a big way. 11 eliminations, genuinely for E-Arena. I think he was kind of carrying the squad yesterday a lot. Scarface still being on that top 5. He's a really big deal, though. Aaron, Ketch, big MVP players. Yeah. Scarface in the past really pulled it up in terms of that long-range scouting, but he's taking it close range now as well. It's very, very cool here, Lace. I'm really, really enjoying it. Obviously, we saw Milu right at the top, but it's QZZ as well that I really want to see step up for Tiamba.
I mean, I'm excited for Top. I mean,
Okay.
Top is bringing Aurora into the conversation.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like it's a single person. Yeah, it's a single person that fights on these teams, but from the performance yesterday, he's definitely making a name for Aurora and bringing Aurora into the conversation.
Go away, Doc. No, Doc, don't go away.
Oh, actually, play with the team. Play with the team, Doc. Play with the team, Doc. Don't go away. Don't run off into the distance versus Enigma Galaxy. That was bad. That was very, very bad.
Very, very bad. No good. Stay with the team, and maybe we'll end up seeing a good performance out of Doc. We know that he's capable of MVP performances, multiple MVP performances. But 2 teams that we're going to be taking a close look at is none other than Vitality and Forthrise, because we know Forthrise wants to be in that first phase, especially towards the top place.
Right, and we talk about the Smash Rule. You have a look at these teams, about a 25 point for some of these. it's not that far. Teams like Vitality and For Thrives can be that team that literally overtakes the leaderboard in one game. We have seen it before, even coming out of the group stages. Team Vitality, 10.5 average eliminations. And then For Thrives, 6.25. So they have the capability to be able to skyrocket incredibly fast and make their own smash rule up. They're showing consistency, obviously, through each game. The difference, though, in eliminations from group stages to now, obviously, is quite a gap in talking about over the 4 games. But, you know, Team Vitality are taking fights. They're making decisions that benefit them for late game, but they're just falling short. But For Thrives, if we bring them into the conversation, they are getting these eliminations, but they're not really making it to that end zone. So these 2 championship teams, and obviously, we got some PMCW championships in here, so of course they have the mental capacity, they have the skill to be able to bring them back into the conversation and be absolutely dominant over the course of the matches today. I'm excited.
Yeah, correct. I mean,
I'm stepping forward too.
I can see that. Not on camera. You're just going in
I've
there.
got the passion.
But yeah, that's Tiamba. What Tiamba exactly did to the poor guys on Vitality over on Rondo. They just got in there. And I think for Vitality throughout the day, if we look back on it a lot, most of the positions they took on the map were actually quite good, quite formidable, and they played it out decently well. They are just getting pushed by teams a lot. People are very aggressive in this lobby. They had center side towards Jautin, I believe it was, over on Rondo, and we had Tiamba come from outside circle then just send it to them. I think Vitality was very confused. I would be very confused by a play like that, and I think if Vitality didn't go down that early in that game, it would be very different position in the rankings. But yeah, the elims are going to slow down right now. We are no longer playing into those feeder teams. These are all the best of the best.
And the elims are going to keep on coming down for some of the teams. One team that ended up surprising me in a really good way, Nongshim Red Force. Completely different from what we've seen out of the groups, completely different from what we saw in Survival too. Because, yeah, they've been able to just frag out of their mind, but those placement points are not there yet for that squad.
No, they're not. This is only a glimpse of what we know this team is capable of. For me, yeah, Tizzy was 2.25. I mean, that's crazy, right? We're getting really, really good average elims from all of these players. Still, I want to see them just continue that trajectory, continue to go forward, because for me, when you're thinking about, we've got 8 games today, Blank. That is a lot more than we're used to.
Yeah.
It's 4 Miramars as well, right? But it does mean that for a lot of these teams, the pressure is going to get to them, I think, and also you're talking about that mental stamina as well when you have 2 extra games like that. For me, Nongshim, I think, are one of the only teams in this lobby that actually have that mental fortitude to play those extra games as well as they would on any normal day.
One of the only teams. Hot damn, we're getting some shots out here on day 2. I think there's other teams that might be able to bounce back.
I said
and
one,
I think there's going to be a lot of teams that might be able to surprise us too because of that format, because we are going to be having 8 matches. One team that I'm going to be looking forward to surprising us is none other than Godlike. We have seen the potential that this team is capable of, and we're going to be showing it to you right now. Day 2 of groups, insane when it comes to eliminations. Yesterday, a big difference, and this is why I think from what they have shown us before, even though it's finals here, I think they'll be able to bounce back.
I think so too. I mean, the major thing that bounces out to me there, though, is the average survival time. Survival time looks fairly good at the moment. 20 minutes to 22. It's not a huge drop off there, but again, I'm going to tie this back into Nongshim Red Force very quickly, just because for Nongshim Red Force, I feel like what we saw yesterday, Lay, especially them and Flash, is that they were going a lot more aggressive. They're trying to experiment with stuff, which is important in these types of end games. When you get to finals, you can't let that pressure get to you. Day 1 is about experimentation.
Yeah, I mean, Nongshim getting the eliminations.
Exactly.
They've got 20, 1 placement point. Godlike, on the other hand, getting the placement, finding those positions in center zone, but unfortunately not having the split hold to have the wave of enemies that are coming around from the rotation into the circle. So, obviously, we know Godlike can get these eliminations.
Yes.
They can take them on, do these third parties well, but also future-proof their rotation into the map. So today's their day. I agree.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Especially with 8 matches too. If the first match doesn't go your way, I mean, we do have the 2 Miramars. The good thing about this, right, is that we do have that Rondo in the 3rd match, which I feel like is going to remind me of what Sandhawk used to be. If for some reason those first 2 matches don't end up going your way, that Rondo might be that Kickstarter for some of their squads.
That's exactly what we've been discussing, right? I think a lot of people have had that discussion of where should Rondo be placed in a round, in a day, right? And I think this is going to be a really interesting test to actually see, you know, if Rondo is really, really good in the middle of those of that rotation, of that map rotation. For me, I'm thinking, heck yeah, this is going to be exactly what some of these teams will need. You get that extra recall, you get that extra life, you get all those eliminations. That's the momentum that we start to see some teams try to build. Thrives, for instance, was trying to build that momentum yesterday, you know, third-partying the hot drop. So for them, if they have a not so good Miramar session in the first half of today, that Rondo should be excellent for them.
I'm loving the energy that we're getting from the fans right now, whether it's Four Thrives fans. We got Hora right here. This man just popping off too. Four Thrives having some of the best loyal gamers, that BLG squad that they have there supporting them. We'll see what they're going to be capable of. But talking about how you said earlier, you think, which team was it that you thought was one of the only ones that could actually, oh, Nonshim,
yeah,
right? The only team.
One of the
only teams. Which are the other few?
Way to take our words and twist it.
I know,
That's
right?
crazy.
But tell us, which other ones?
Okay, I think it's probably Aurora.
Agreed.
Aurora would do that. Vitality would do that.
You don't agree, Blaine?
You don't agree with Aurora?
I think Aurora crack like an egg all the time, dude. I think that's totally fair to say. I think group stage Aurora is unreal. Qualifications Aurora, also unreal. Finals Aurora is just a different beast, man, okay? I think if you can back them into a corner, then it could be really good. I do think Aurora's played slightly better this time, but I am getting some moments where I'm like, oh God, it's happening again. I can feel the docketing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You start talking about Aurora, I get past the side for Aurora as well. We got to be careful with what we say here. Fans are so close by, too. Luckily, everybody has been amazing here. Whether it's a Four Thrives fan, Hora fans, Aurora fans, and for all the fans currently here, don't forget you can go check out the Fan Zone experience here at EWC 26, whether it's the awesome collaboration that we got a chance to see a show match for with PUBG Mobile and Naruto, or you can go check out the Brain Rot Royale, which I've been playing. I think I'm at level 7 or 8 now. I can't remember exactly. So I'm just going to go on brand and say 7 and then just get some of the other cool stuff. We have gotten so many shirts. Actually, for disclosure purposes, I've only gotten one shirt.
One shirt. Yes.
Have you gotten any shirts, Blaine?
Oh, I don't have a wardrobe or anything like that from this event. That's not happened.
Oh.
I've got nothing.
It's so cool, though. It's so cool, though. Lacey, you finally get
single
one.
item.
No.
They're gonna play. They're gonna play that security.
I got triple T's. Tongue. Sorry.
They're gonna play the security camera from earlier when we were actually over there before anybody was there. I was just putting shirts in the tote bags with Naruto. I'm like, yes, take all of that. But as we're gonna be heading here towards a match, especially in Miramar, is there one team that you're looking to kickstart off the day with Miramar?
Four Thrives. For me, Four Thrives has to do it now. Yes, they will have that second chance in the Rondo, but for me, they're tied in 7th and 8th place. They just one good game. They need this. They feed off momentum so much that if they want to survive all 8 matches and still be on top, they have to start now.
I think it's a weird day for Four Thrives, honestly, because they love to start on Rondo. They say all the time in the past that Rondo is their best map. Usually they start off Rondo really strong and then they can transfer that momentum. Starting on Miramar, I don't think that it's the craziest map. I still think they can play it. For me, it's probably S2G. S2G has had a tendency in the past for miracle Miramars.
Yeah, I have to agree with that as well.
Yes.
And plus,
Yes.
Miramar, you get 2 at the start, 2 at the end. So these are like practice Miramars, you know what I'm saying? And then right at the end, that's where you have all playability and energy. Yeah, the yes.
I'm going to be looking at Ulf Esports because of what they were able to do yesterday, especially on the last game. They were able to get that chicken dinner, get those extra placement points. But if we were to remove that one chicken dinner out of Ulf, you would end up noticing that they would only end up having 1 placement point. And for me, that is the biggest red flag out of these teams when you're not able to just convert only on elims and the placement points start fading away. I know you say that, yes, a team doesn't really need a chicken dinner to be able to win PMWC, but in my eyes, they do need to be consistent at least towards the top 5.
Yeah, I mean, the beige flag right now is Four Thrives, right? We're in the middle ground. I mean, the 4 placement points, not great, but it is promising to see this still 21 eliminations. That shows, you know, gusto going
decisions yesterday. I think that's what it was. Especially the one that I really have to nitpick Nepturo with 4 Thrives has to be when they decided to coexist with Hora Esports for a little bit too long. I feel like that ended up hurting them in a big way in that match. It would have been one of those things where we usually tend to see them being a little bit more aggressive, making teams back off, but that wasn't the case.
Well, yeah, if you pull into their like elimination average, which is 5.25 at the moment, group stages was only 6.25. They're actually upholding their elimination value. Placement, exactly what you said, Seven. They are taking too long on these fights early on, and they have actually not made it really into that top 10 sort of scenario very much. So if they can just obviously push themselves, just give up the fight a little earlier, guys, and get yourself into that rotation, their eliminations will match, and they will actually do a lot better today.
And as we're seeing there in 16th place, EDA Esports with just 2 points. Those 2 points coming from eliminations. This is a team we're talking about give up the fight, talking about wanting to fight. This is a team that needs to figure out what they actually want to do, because we saw them hot drop with Nigma Galaxy 3 times yesterday, and after the first one, Raouf called him out, which, by the way, Raouf, keep on talking that smack, baby, because when you talk that smack is when we actually start seeing your true potential. You get that little chip on your shoulder. But yeah, for Nigma Galaxy, for EDA especially, they need to just get rid of those hot drops.
Absolutely, dude. You're throwing. I mean, there's no other way to put it, but you are just throwing at that point. Today, though, is great because we don't start on Rondo or Erangel. We just go to Miramar. So hopefully no hot drops there. If there is hot drops,
there are.
May need to have like a stern fatherly conversation with Ida at some point.
There could be a couple here going into Miramar, unless some teams decided to adjust. But enough talking. You guys saw us talk yesterday. You guys saw us talk right now. It's time we get into this games of day 2, PMWC at EWC Finals.
Mesdames et messieurs, bienvenue at EWC here in Paris. This is the second day of PMWC here in Paris. I'm so excited, Bunny. What's happening here?
Our attention now shifts to the teams that have to perform well today, because just 8 maps remain until we set the smash score going into Championship Sunday.
Yeah, Bunny, and it's crucial to not fall behind and to stay on the top of these rankings, because everything played today as well.
That's right. We've got young contenders, historic rivalries, and legends of the game ready to go toe-to-toe on the Gadia City grid.
The better player on Worlds meet again for insane games, but which team will seize the opportunity and rise above the rest?
One step closer to $3 million, inching towards the trophy, the status, the glory, and the legacy. And so it is time to kick off day 2 of the PMWC Finals at the EWC 2026.
Oh, we are so glad to be back. It's time for Miramar to get locked on in. We've been waiting since yesterday to jump into this map. We are going to be treated to that now, and it could not be more important for all of our teams here. They are going to need those points every single time they can get them, and they've got 8 chances today.
That's what it's all about here, to be on top of the leaderboards going into the final day of this tournament tomorrow. That smash point threshold will be set at the end of the day. Normally we start the day off hot in Rondo, but we're going to be starting it off hot in the sandy Miramar Desert. So let's get it going, John. I'm excited for this one.
Oh, absolutely. It is so important for all of these teams to keep their nerve, because today is a bit of a marathon, right? With these, with the unexpected 8 games today, you have to have the stamina. You have to be looking for it. It's so much more important than usual. It's kind of easy to disregard. Maybe you think, oh, it's only 2 extra games in the day, but that's another maybe up to 2 hours that you need to keep your mental focus locked in, dialed down, and under control, because every single point matters. Every single match can make the difference. And our players know it more than most.
That is right here, folks. $1.7 million on the line here in the finals all by itself. $3 million prize pool total. First place team going to be taking home $500,000. That is exactly what these teams are going to be fighting for here. So like you mentioned, today is definitely a marathon. I'm really interested to see how these teams have prepared for this, how their coaches are going to be kind of hyping them up. I was getting a little bit of a view backstage and while hearing some of these coaches talk to their teams, like, look, I want consistency. I want to see you guys be able to play the game that got you here in the first place. And that's what we definitely need to see.
What I'm kind of interested in as well is, normally, you've played the Miramars the previous day, you have all evening, all night to recollect your thoughts about how your Miramar performances went, to be able to re-engage those strategies, anything you noticed, anything you wanted to change, you can really fully brief your team as a coach, as an analyst. Now, they're going to have to do that on the fly. Yeah. They're going to have to do that faster for specifically Miramar than we've seen for any other map. And so that could be an interesting dynamic to let unfold here in terms of those point scoring when it comes to the end of today and the last two matches of it. As we're getting locked in, our players boarding the plane for the first time. Looking ready.
Yeah.
Hopefully Ida don't get too hot with their drops. We know what they like to do, but it's not, as the desk was highlighting there.
I'm hyped. I know y'all guys at home are excited to see some serious PUBG Mobile action. Let's get into it. Plane path going right down the center in a beautiful diagonal. So these teams, no crazy plane paths to start us off here. But I like what you mentioned, you know, we have to look at it for what it is, right? We're playing 2 Miramars today, and then we're going to be finishing with Miramar today. So it's going to be really interesting to see, like, how these teams are going to go into these 2 matches. And it's going to give these coaches a lot of time, right, in between all the other matches to prepare for those final 2. So I'm interested to see how these squads start here and end here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it would be interesting to compare the differences. We haven't seen them yet. I'm talking in the future now.
Yeah,
but compare the differences to the adjustments that we're going to see potentially on Erangel, and then look at what adjustments we may see from the start Miramars to the end Miramars today. But that's a conversation for later on, because we do have to get stuck into the action. Hopefully not super quickly, but stranger things have happened. At the moment, I'm not seeing too much danger on these drops. It looks like teams are fairly extricated from one another. It's a little bit interspersed on the east side here, though. Hot Jukes with Tianba and S2G. However, I don't imagine that's going to be too much of a problem. Grab some vehicles, get back, regroup. The circle up to the north side should help to pull that apart as well. Maybe some danger between Godlike and Orangutan, but yeah, they're far enough afield. I don't think that they're going to get too aggy with it.
Yeah, you can see Enigma Galaxy, they're going to be heading on over to El Bozo. That is normally Alpha 7's drop, but they are not here in the finals, so they should be able to get looted up pretty quick here. They're going to start off by, of course, securing those vehicles. Super important inside of Miramar. Coops right in the trike. You can see him looking up, being like, trike, come on, man. Where is my UAS? Where's my Murado? He's going to need to find something else here. Or stuck to doing some little baby looting here. They're going to be finding some buildings.
But they should be all right.
Yeah, they should be plenty. They'll have plenty of time here to get looted up.
Yeah, they're fairly center on this one. They could potentially break out towards some of the areas in Crater Field to send some looting over there. Alula as well, likely to head towards La Cobraria. Maybe try and hold some of the hills, leaving out posts down south. Aurora gets some target practice in. Yep, that bush is gone. That's no points for that, though. Unfortunately, shrubbery does not count towards your elimination total.
Hey, you always gotta check the bush, all right? You never know. You never know. There could be a random player hiding in that one. And you're gonna see QZZ get his Murata, so he's gonna be driving fast down the lane. But yeah, you gotta get some. Gotta get the fingers warmed up here.
Ooh, I'm seeing a duo from Aura kind of chasing Quick from Alula up north near La Cobraria. It seems like they wanted to try and get engaged with that fight, but I don't think they've been able to hunt it down. Quick, just a little bit too up to his namesake. Hang on a minute. They are back on the road again. And Quick is turning tail, moving back towards the rest of the roster for Alula. In the middle of La Cobraria, they're still hiding out, and he has to dunk it out by the concretes. Now he's holding on the upstairs. Backup needs to come through, but currently no response really being seen from the rest of Alula. They're leaving him kind of high and dry as Jiggle from Aura is going to try and descend on this location too. Finally, they're into the vehicles and they're coming in for the rescue. But will it be too little too late as Quick has to go for the hot swap to the UMP Jukes?
What a sick shot with that shotgun. Unfortunately, it doesn't hit the mark enough to get a knock. And you can see Sleepy, he ended up going to that other side there because he doesn't have a vest at all. He wanted to be able to at least get something. But because of this fight, now you got the rest of Aula being able to hunt them down. You can also see some of the other members of Aura going to come try and support these three men. Can he hit the shot? No, unfortunately, Rep doesn't get it. It is a 3v3 from this close end, but the fourth is coming, and that off angle. Let's see how this turns out.
I mean, when you have that south side hill under lock and key for No Fear, if he's going to get engaged here into the fight, maybe not, maybe more preoccupied with some loot, they say, you know what, it's fine, we got this, we got this under control. They're not pushing, they're being timid. They have lost a player so early, it's not what you want to see. A very aggressive roll down coming through from Aura in that scenario. Did not want to let Quick get away. I thought maybe they had stopped off a little bit before, but no. They just kept on going, kept hounding that one down. It's worked out here. The question now for me is, as I always talk about with early engagements, how long are you going to spend getting stuck in on this one?
That's the exact question, right? So I like what Aura did, right? They saw a solo player, chase him down, get the secured point. That's fine. I'm starting to wonder what Alula's doing. Yep, because of the fact that they are taking way too long. They are getting caught out, and now here comes Aura on the push. Sky running in with the UMP, looking to get those finishes, and they are on the run. Nasser trying to at least get some angles here. Ooh, hits the croucher, but it's not going to be good enough. It's Aura to delete the first squad here on day 2 of the finals.
Every player getting their elim. Horror getting stuck in early on Miramar. 4 eliminations for the team, 1 apiece. Sleepy will get back to his feet, and they can look to re-establish control back down towards Crater Fields. They may need a little bit more loot on side, depending on how much was going through. I think I did spot a Winchester on one of the players for Horror, so probably looking to get that one replaced, although there will be crates on the players coming through from Alula as well. In the meantime, though, Godlike has managed to capitalize on this opportunity from this northeast side. They've managed to move in and could contest for the Crater Heels approach.
All right, yeah, you can see these movements coming out really, really quick. Leaderboards, you can see right there on the right of your screen here, folks. E-Arena up on top, waiting to see when Godlike's going to wake up. They definitely need to here today. They're sitting in 14th place with 13 points. Let's see if they can do it. There's still plenty of matches here to be played here, folks. I have a big feeling these leaderboards are going to get shaken up big time by the end of the day.
I mean, we talked about it yesterday a little bit, that 18 match sets, generally you can put more stock into your averages performance rather than those big E-Arena 29 elimmers kind of coming on through. Which even then didn't serve them too well in a 12 match set, which is absolutely insane. But yeah, absolutely. I'm talking about getting consistent 6-pointers on the boards is so great for your team. If you can do that every time you get further than that, brilliant, beautiful stuff. Furia running into a little bit of a roadblock in the form of Enigma Galaxy, but a 1v1 over the top of the hill. Silence shuts him out, and Lord will no longer be able to levy the toll on the crossing. And Furia may even be able to get the res here for Enigma Galaxy. It is not a good start. In 3rd place, you don't want to be losing players early, not like this.
That was a huge shot there from Silence with the DPS in the mid-range. Is able to get the knock. Very crucial. Instant thirst as well. So you can see Coops is going to be hunting down some high ground, trying to get the revenge for his teammate, but Ayala is climbing this up as well. Is Coops going to see him? He does! He finds Silence slipping. Now he's going to go for the 1v2. Got to watch out for that shotgun, though. Oh, that did tip him up a little bit. Coops so good in the CQC, though. Pushes back and forth, finds the angles, and catches the 1v2 against Furia.
He baited out so many of the shotgun shells, forced the weapon swap. He knew he had a disadvantage against the shotgun there and was able to do a lot of work. This is vengeance coming through for Coops, and Furia left flagging. Unfortunate. Silence may be resible here as Chief sidles in to go for the res. There is another fight happening on your elimination feeds as well as Fourth Thrives clash with Team Flash on the south side. Fourth Thrives doing well. A nade over the top, and Coops goes for 3 now against Furia, who took one of their players down, but they are finding out what it feels like to be under the wrath of Coops. Turning his attention out now to the open sand dunes, but not going to quite connect on the first part of the spray down. Looks for more.
Ooh, headshot! Oh. Are you kidding me? That is Coops with the 1v4 against Furia.
Beautiful stuff going on through from Coops. Furia needed to keep that one together. That was not looking tidy. Flash, in the meantime, have now been dragged down to 1 on the south side as Fourth Thrives are going to be the main benefactors of that, getting 3 elims. I think, yeah, they're the team that has taken down all 3 players so far from Flash. Aurora a little bit further afield in those Picado Hills to the north side of it. They are not going to contest it just yet. So for Fourth Thrives, they now have to move in because we did see a fairly hard east shift on this zone.
Yeah, that eastern shift is going to definitely get these teams moving here pretty quickly. And yeah, Fourth Thrives, they are not in the zone just yet. They're right on the south side of San Martin. They're going to be just kind of making sure they get their vehicles going, choosing for the buggy. All right, they're all set up and now going to find a spot in this next zone. As far as teams that are not here yet, you're going to be looking at Nongshim Red first. They're all the way down in Los Leones. They're still in the blue zone here, so they're going to be one of the teams pushing the latest into this circle. They are in 12th place right now with 21 points. But with this zone shift like this, it definitely buys you a lot of time here. So the most important thing is just rotating very carefully, not trying to get shot out of your vehicle. Play things very, very calculated. You can see Tianba already set up his buildings near water treatment. And this is where they're going to park themselves for as long as possible.
Oh, yeah. You're just going to hold out for the time being. See if you can hold down on these houses. Just trading shots. Ooh.
Oh!
Crazy's found himself a big green gun.
That's my favorite. The AWM. I want to see some snipes, man. Nothing gets me more excited to see a crazy flick headshot to turn the game around. Let's see what Razy can do. He's got the 8x too. Let's see what this replay. Coops, pow, gets the knock on to Silence. Wins the clutch 1v1 here against Ayala. Look at the terrain usage from Coops here. Just beautiful.
Yeah, so that's what I was highlighting before, right? That shotgun bait coming through Coops, peeking up so quickly and back down, dodging the shells coming through, and again, forcing that weapon swap. He knows that he's going to have the advantage, or at least be on a level playing field if he can do that. The nade on target, yeah, great. Furia just didn't seem to understand how to compete against this high ground position. I'm not too sure what more they could have done there. Maybe just not engaged on that spot to begin with. But yeah, it's a little unfriendly. Next circle comes on through, and that will take us back down towards San Martin on that south side. Keeps the hills to the southwest of water treatment. Hacienda all in play. Teams are going to start to crunch in onto the middle. This roadside to the southwest water treatment is going to be tricky to navigate, and it looks like Tiamba are going to try and do so, try and keep themselves alive. S2G find out just how tough it'd be to move past this location.
Yeah, a smart play there from Tiamba. They go ahead and move, and they take this gas station. They realize one of the players from S2G are isolated. Easy point lockdown. That's going to hurt S2G, leaving them with 3. That's an elimination for Tiamba and a slightly better position as well. So this gas station is pretty solid if the zone shifts away from them. The most important thing, though, is protecting those vehicles. It's very weak to that hill behind them. So they're going to have to put them in some different spots just in case the zone does shift.
I mean, it is that road that they are sat right next to that is so difficult to cross right now for teams out on the northeast side, which is why you're seeing so many teams committing down to this southwest edge, right? To being a little bit more uncomfortable, a little bit too close for comfort, but you don't have that major blockage of trying to get across that open ground, which is going to be difficult for Vitality, unless they can find a big opener, crack the can open with that AWN, land that shot, and try and find that pick. Ooh.
Oh, that's Aurora. A huge one.
Aurora getting spotted. I think Fourth Thrives are getting stuck into the fight. Fourth Thrives, 4 players alive. Aurora having one of their players flushed away, and now Hazaifa close up into the fight. going to be contributing to the points tally for 4 Thrives fairly soon. It looks like Doc goes down.
Wow.
The big boom through the window. And Aurora ain't got nothing in the face of 4 Thrives, who look to mark the start to their ascendancy.
And the crowd goes wild here in Paris, France. The 4 Thrives fans are chanting their name. This is what they want to see. And this ain't going to get just any squad here, folks. This is against Aurora, who has been crushing it here so far. So that's the 4th place team out. 4 Thrives in 6, now with 6 eliminations, looking really, really strong to start the day.
Oh yeah, that's exactly how you want to kick things off. But remember, as we said before, it is a marathon today. You can't allow yourself to get tired out. I mean, it's excellent when you find those moments, when you find those high octane, high adrenaline moments, but you cannot allow yourself to drop off after that. So I hope that they're going to have their heads screwed on tight so that they can keep their nerve for the rest of the day as well. And there is still much more of this match to play, so they have to get a lot further. And in this position that they are right now, against Nongshan Red Force, I feel like they potentially could have a good time, but they're going to have to shift northwest away from their current location, past San Martin, which is going to contain, I would say 2, I was going to say 2 teams, but it's 1 plus another player, tops the last player alive for Flash. That was dealt with earlier by 4 Thrives themselves.
So, yeah, you can see Tops does get away from now. Now 4 Thrives, man. I'll tell you one thing. When it comes to the finals, I'm already feeling a different level of aggression here. Like, these teams are pushing immediately. The second they feel weakness, they're sending it. Now here comes Aura. We saw Sky get an elimination in the feed. We're going to keep an eye on this one, though. This is still outside of the circle, just to that bottom right side of San Martin.
Yeah, this is on board with the fight in the northwest now, as Horror are able to find Salme. They got that flush that they found the knock for earlier. And Godlike, they are now down to 3. S-Power, though, can just regroup over towards the rest of his team, and they should be fine out there. Horror can look to try and navigate their way forwards. I don't expect another fight between these 2 teams, maybe for the next minute or so. Oh, dear.
Oh, no, not like this.
That's a real bozo play right there coming through. Yikes. That's Max Man's grenade of the day.
He almost got away with it too. You know what I'm saying? But our observer's just too good, right? Had to show the replay real quick, just be like, just in case you missed this, right? That is where it's at. Yeah, so unfortunate for Aurora. And it just goes, and I'm telling you folks, at this level, I mean, we got $500,000 for first place, and it's little mistakes like this that hurt, but we can see Razy with the AWM starting to put in some work.
Shouldering that can opener. Looks to try and split the seams of Tianba's hold on the longhouse, but we know what Tianba can do when they're holding down a longhouse, so we know what Milu can do at least. Vitality want to try and find it. The res comes through. Milu is low HP, but he can get some healing done. Razy is close by. Another stepping forwards, but staying on the rooftops here is bold from QZZ. It may just work with a nade. In response is Brutal, and another to follow it up over towards Aching. Now only 1 player in the longhouse. Milu looking to try and hold it down. With the Molotov burning, it's going to slow it out, but there's the off angle coming through from Axel. Where's the backup coming from Eagle? He's too far away to get involved here. The nade dribbles down the stairs. Might prove to be difficult to get past there. Does go down. And the res is still yet to come through. 3 players now for Vitality on the inside. Nade's cooking. Axel with a long one. Up to the top floor. May just blast them apart, but Eagle, he's just chilling. What is going on?
He's leaving it up to Milu, saying, you got this, bro. Oh, I guess you don't got this, as Axel gets the nade onto him. So that is Tianba just getting picked apart here. And really unfortunate for them, but you know what? Vitality soaking up some good points.
I mean, the Eagle has flown away here. It is not what you want to see. I'm not entirely sure what he's trying to do. Maybe he wants to keep that forward position, but the rest of your team's dead, mate. You need to do something about that. Vitality were able to run through there. They got a really great opener with that AWM that we were talking about, the can opener on the position. And he was able to keep that momentum rolling with some big nades up to the top of the roof and a couple more positions beside. Amino looking to stop the run out from Vitality, and they will have to run out with the circle shifting central.
Oh, Amino's got this on lock. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to see a crazy shot here from Vitality to help this team out. I know that there is an AWM somewhere around there. And oh, nice shots there. They know exactly where he is. They say, oh, you think you have this down? Oh, that headshot though said, okay, how about you like some of that? So, oh, that looks like it is Eagle going down. Oh, there's the AWM. Brazy's got it. Said, pick me. I dare you. I dare you to go over that rock. Oh, I told you! That is it! Razy taking him out!
Boom! Takes him down from behind the rock. What a pickup coming through from the shot. At the end of the AWM barrel. Beautiful stuff. They baited him into thinking it was a rifle fight as well.
Yeah.
Little tickle trades, and then he was like, I'm going to win this trade surely. And then he's like, bam, bam. You didn't expect that. Claps back, and immediately now Godlike down to 2 players alive. After losing one earlier to Hora on that northwest edge. Ooh, Tizzy, that's not good news. And that's immediately flushed by 4 Thrives on the southeast.
Now we're going to go ahead and see Vitality. That goes to show you, folks, the bolt action could change the game for you. And it works out here. AWM clutching it up. Now you can see the rest of Godlike just going to have to hold those buildings for now. This is inside of the circle. Vitality, they know they have the numbers here, though. So they're like, all right, there's got to be a couple of players of Godlike somewhere. Can't just run into these buildings for free. Just trying to get a little bit of information. Mania, ooh, doing some little pre-fire shots onto some windows, looking to possibly catch somebody off guard. But here we go into the end game. Stage 5, circle starting to close. And this is an interesting one. I mean, we still have San Martin in play. A lot of open field, though, as well. You can see Aaron getting in some headshots onto So Easy. And now here comes Team Vitality on the push.
They're looking to roll around. 2 players now remain for Godlike. Federalis leads the charge into the position. S-Power first to face. Molotov on the window, burns him down. Immediately toasts him. And now S-Power on the inside has more to say. The suppressor on the end of the SK-12 makes it quiet. But it's speaking loud with it. And he looks for more as well. 3 players fall at the feet of S-Power. And he looks for the flushes to keep it going. Manya will not be in this fight just yet as he drops for another flush. And in comes the backup. Manya.
He hit him with that Molotov, and now Razak is down to 1 HP,
and there they go!
S-Power with the walk!
On the north side, Vitality, they thought they'd taken enough out of them, but no! The gas in the tank, burning!
Let's get this going. Are you kidding me? Day 2 of the finals starting off hot here. Multiple 1v4s. S-Power, at the end of the day yesterday, said the domination begins, and now it has begun.
Unleashing that luxurious hair, sweeping it left and right with the shotgun shells ringing out in the ears of his enemies. Vitality have no idea what hit him. Milu, S-Power, these longhouse shotgun plays, I'm telling you, man, there's something special about it. I love to see it. I absolutely adore it. With 5 eliminations now in the game, Godlike looking to keep their march going, but they have to get across some open ground here. E-Arena will be fully aware of what has just occurred on their north side. They should know exactly what has unfolded, and crossing this open ground is going to be difficult. I imagine that it's more likely they may look to sweep to the east, get a little bit more coverage as they may try and approach Ulf or sweep through the remnants of other teams across the map.
Let's see how the rest of this match turns out. It's already been so hot here. Coops had a 1v4 earlier. They're sitting with 4 points on the edge of the circle. Satan, I believe, does have a position. Oh, I think this is still out of zone, so they're going to have to start pushing up here. Ooh, XEY in the blue, and this one hurts. This is stage 6. This one's going to start chunking you down. So he's going to go ahead and get himself healed up, and yeah, already getting shot. He's like, oh, I thought I was safe. Nope.
You thought. Yeah, you thought. Down he goes on that side. Ulf all too happy to pick up the point there. They're now on to 6 eliminations, and that will hopefully bolster them. Oh, he was going to find the shot onto S-Power as well. I mean, I said I was thinking they were going to wrap east. I didn't say thought it was going to be successful. Yeah. It's still a really tricky approach here, and down goes Manya, but they have left an impression on this match. Godlike can hold their heads high on their route out of this game.
Hey, it's plays like that can be the difference, right? I mean, from a big jump in prize pool. So, I mean, Godlike losing players early, still put some good points on the board on the back of that 1v4. Looking on over to Enigma Galaxy, though. What are they going to do? They got their eyes set onto Ida. And it looks like Hoops does get caught, though, on the transition by Sky. but he should be able to get safe here in res. I like the fact that Rauf is starting to throw some util up on top just to buy his teammates some time, and they should be able to get the reset here.
I mean, that was a long-range assist coming through. Hodder on that north side, I think that's at least 300, if not 4, away. And that's a really helpful hand over towards Ida to leave Nigma Galaxy on 2. Ralph now in position to potentially look for the res, suppress the runouts here with those 2 nades lying in wait. Darkin mollying the corner. That's actually going to help
them.
The res coming through. So for Ida, they're keeping them on the outside, sure, but they're keeping themselves on the inside as well, which is going to allow Nigma Galaxy to get back to fighting form, and they're in the zone too. Arena versus Aura on the north side, though, that looks like it could get nasty soon.
Yeah, I think Ida are just kind of holding him out here because they realize the zone is coming and the edge of this might be outside of it, but let's see how the play ends up reading out. Satan throwing in some nades in there, trying to get that crucial first knock. Rita trying to make some plays. Oh, the off angle here from Ida is going to be huge. Let's see what he can do from that spot.
Could have been huger, but I think he just dropped the nade into the sand dune instead of throwing it over towards the opponents there. Not quite as efficacious as you need it to be. You can see on the picture-in-picture there's fights across the map. Horror really suffering against the arena as Nigma Galaxy still hold to stay on over. Ida on the run out now, rolling around the edge. Henry goes down, and there is just a cacophony of shotgun shells blasting them back. A tide of lead sweeps them straight back in the door they ran out from.
I'm so shocked that they ran out like that. Let's see what Nigma Galaxy can do on this push, though. Darkin's up on top. Coops in the front line with the S12K. That's the weapon you want in the CQC. The best close quarters combat gun in the game. Now let's see what Ralph can do. Everybody shotguns out. Oh, nice play there from Ida, catching some little angles there, peppering up the side of Ralph. These guys are level 3'd out of their minds, though, right now.
Oh, goodness me. There's the off angle. I think that's Iarina taking shots across the way, because, of course, Iarina did clean up the fight with Horror just a moment ago as well. Hot Jukes on that northern side. They got some really big openers with a couple of nades on board, and were able to convert.
Oh, the bounce!
What a bank on the nade there from Coops. And now just one player on the top floor, and the shotguns are going to continue to put the pressure down. But there is still a little bit more left to fight, as Nigma Galaxy are taking shots from across the way. They get rid of Ida, but now Ulf step into their shoes. Take down one Turkish team. Another one's here to play.
Hello, catch is right there waiting for you. Aaron's gonna have to turn around though, throw a smoke down, trying to be able to get up Solus. Nigma Galaxy though, great start, 8 eliminations so far. Ulf have 9 though. They're looking to put themselves up on the leaderboards here. But hey, Iarina's gonna have something to say about that. They're gonna go ahead and start throwing some util onto the side of Ulf. Ulf are gonna have to decide where is the biggest threat here, and it's gotta be Iarina. Scarface, oh, thinking about trying to pick up his teammate, but Iarina's right there.
Oh man, this position is really annoying for Ulf. If they could have gotten rid of Nigma Galaxy, it would be so much more free and easy for them. They could take control of that whole dune all the way out to their west side, but with Coops and Ralph still in action, they are penned in here. Solus bleeding out, and Iarina can start to establish that chokehold on them.
Oh, vehicle coming on up. Here come the mollies too. Aaron's on fire. Not able to make it happen here. Scarface on the other side is getting peppered as well. He's going to throw some util, but oh, Ulf just getting picked apart. Iarina.
Big.
Oh, those nades, huge. That's going to pepper up Mormon real good. And it opens up the door for Nigma Galaxy as well.
They're moving across the open ground, and they do fall. Ulf cannot weather the storm again. It's that position from Nigma Galaxy, the prevention of them sweeping out to the west, that really came back to bite them here. Tourniquet layering down some more smoke cover now, and Nigma Galaxy with a 2 versus 4. Well, Coops can do it on his own, right? So what's Ralph even doing here? He's not needed.
Yeah, he's just support at this point, right? Let's 1v4 before. We could see
concrete slab. They are just in, but that's not going to be comfortable.
Oh, look at this flyby right here. I mean, Iarina doing it. A 2-2 split. Now for some reason, Coops
We've talked about it before, Schweppes, the only player here with a chance to get the third negotiation that can happen.